Right. They're a business at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Well, what we could do to find out if this number is accurate, we could ask Island Rubbish, what if you had to pay the tipping fees? What would it cost per person that you collect for? That's the number we just come up with, $4 more a month, maybe.
So-
As long as that's kind of, there's certain people that only do twice in 2 weeks. Some
That's why
people
we have to
do
ask him.
2 times a week.
You have to ask him, he knows the
Some
numbers
people,
better than we
yeah.
do.
And I'm not sure, but Island Rubbish also may charge more if you go down long driveways. I don't know.
No, they do.
They do, he
So it's all
does
part of
have
it. It's
various
not
rates.
like a
Yeah.
flat rate. It's
Yeah,
Yeah, this is an average
Yeah.
rate.
yeah.
Now, does anybody know if Island Rubbish does any work off island? They do.
They do.
Yeah, they have a separate truck from when it goes over and handles all the accounts that they have.
And I suppose he keeps it separate somehow.
That's why a separate truck goes.
And Bruce did say that if it were possible to hire Island Rubbish for island-wide trash pickup, that they'd probably bring those trucks home and they would have the account here, they would probably feel like they're off island.
I heard that too.
What was that?
why?
They might eliminate
Why would
their
they
off
need to do
island.
that?
Well, because they would spend their time here and that
Why
they
would
He
would.
would need more capacity.
Why wouldn't they just expand? I mean, they don't need to retract to
No.
do that.
Oh, that was the comment that Bruce made. From
But even if they charge an extra $4 a month, I'll spend I'll spend triple that buying bags.
You'll be over at Stop and Shop in Kingston, dumping bags of diapers and some dumpster.
No, I'm just saying, so to buy bags for me, you're gonna spend a minimum of $12 a month by the figure.
Oh, that's gonna end, you're gonna have bigger problems, trust me.
I know, that was it.
But the whole trash thing is to reduce
No, I understand.
trash. And I'm not saying you're not gonna have diapers, but maybe you'll go, oh, we don't have to throw this away, we can do something else with that,
You should meet my wife. She doesn't throw anything away.
She doesn't throw anything away.
No, everything gets
I
recycled.
still have a problem with what goes on up there, what you can put in there and what you can't, and what do you do with it? I have a problem with seeing all that littered stuff all up there. It's one way to
Well, I mean, I think
recycle it, and I
that's-
can understand that, but why isn't there a separate thing so you can dump large things into it?
I guess none of us are happy with the way it's operated up there, and we've talked about it every meeting, but
Well, I mean, we talk
Nothing
about
changes.
signage forever,
And
I
that
haven't been up
never
there in a while.
No, you have to go up there once a week and there's no sign.
I feel that there are certain things that we could do right away, but that's really not.
Well, the other thing about the bag program up at the transfer station, how on earth do you ever police that? You'd have to have a person there every minute looking and making sure people didn't throw
I
trash
think if
without a
you
bag.
get most people to do it the right thing, you're just gonna have to live with it.
Why couldn't the
And
transfer
that's
station be
okay.
closed to trash, regular trash, and only allowed
But
for
it's more
recycle
efficient.
and...
Why would we want to close it to trash? It's
And-
obviously more efficient than having Island Rubbish pick it up,
How so? How is it
because
more
it's
efficient?
self-sustaining.
We still have to pay tipping
We're
fees.
financing Island Rubbish. The transfer station is self-sustaining.
Well, you could still have it operating, but not for the regular trash. There could still be a fee for you, in other words, I think you have to pay a fee if you wanted to go, say, to the transfer station over in Newport, Middleton, whichever I don't know where the change of town is over there, the transfer station by the bridge. You have to pay a fee, like if you had some large item and you wanted to go and you didn't live there, you have to pay a fee to go there. Why couldn't we still have a fee for the transfer station for any trash that isn't picked up. You know how you're saying have a
But we
separate
do
fee
that.
for island
Do that
rubbish
already?
to pick up a large item? Eliminate that from island rubbish and it would have to be done up there.
Or buy a sticker and leave it at your curb. Don't take it to the transfer station. Have island rubbish pick it up.
Do that too.
Well, we have a dilemma.
If somebody can pay $100 a month and sustain the transfer station and dump all their trash up there, and then I can spend $240 a month.
No, everybody.
No. But that's gonna change if we implement
To
the
have
bag.
rubbish come, and the town is subsidizing it. How is island rubbish being the better choice? If we're making this based on a financial decision, we just send everyone to the transfer station for $100 a month and have it be self-sustaining.
Because I don't think you could keep the fee $100. When you start bringing 65% more trash into that facility,
Well, I'm not saying actually do that. My point is, they're self-sustaining and island rubbish is not. And I know they're a service industry, so they're gonna be more expensive. But we're subsidizing them and they're more expensive. And
Let's
they're not
bring,
as
let's bring
efficient.
Bruce up to date. We're looking at the economics of the bag program. And based on some assumptions that we learned about from the bag company on the price of the bag and what we would charge for the bag and what the conditions are today. For example, people that are using island rubbish pay an average of $288 a year to have their trash picked up. The people at the transfer station pay $100. If we charged $1.50 for the bag and assumed that we would use 8 bags a month, average, then the people that are using island rubbish now would be paying $144 instead of the $288
Right.
that they're paying today.
Yeah.
And so they have a big savings.
well, that's on the assumption that island rubbish drops their rate.
Or the town makes up the difference by the revenue from the bags, one or the other. The transfer station people, however, pay $100 now to go to the transfer station. We would assume that they'd have to pay something to continue going there, as well as the bags.
Right.
We've got the transfer station fee down to $25, and they're still paying more with the bag program than they are today. So that's the dilemma we have, and no matter what set of assumptions you have, the transfer station people get a bigger bill than they're paying today. And
Hey, well, obviously we just need to recover the cost of the transfer station in order to make it, keep it self-sustaining. Based on the 1,000 households that utilize the transfer station and what we can project would be the, based upon tonnage estimates and number of households, what the number of bags are that would be generated or delivered to the transfer station. You could almost have, I guess, have a zero transfer station sticker fee if you could recover all that money through the bag program. So all you need, what you're essentially saying is I need to generate $100,000 at the transfer station to meet what those total costs are, obviously less whatever additional recycling may be occurring that, because you have reduced tonnage going through there. So it's actually worked out that it doesn't have to be a transfer station sticker per se. In fact, in South Kingstown, where I go to Rose Hill, there is no annual fee to go to Rose Hill transfer station. I just have
even if you brought it to
I just have to
zero,
have a tag on.
even if you brought it
Yeah.
to zero, the people at the transfer station now are paying $100.
Right.
Assume they use an average of 8 bags, they'd pay $144.
$144, yeah.
So it's $40 more. Now, you could charge the transfer station people less for bags, but now you've got an administrative issue, how are you going to make that happen? The other issue that we brought up is that essentially the town is subsidizing the people that use island rubbish because they're paying the tipping fee for island rubbish.
Yep.
We're paying the tipping fee for it. However, we're not paying the tipping fee.
But actually, we're doing the same thing for the transfer station users, because all we charge the transfer station users is the hauling cost